Should I date in college? Don't beat me up, don't beat me up. It's just not gonna work. I was the kind of person who could party and still make it to class. How to make friends? When you find out, let me know. Hey, it's your girl Jay. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I am going to be doing a back to school series on my channel this year, and I'm so excited. In honor of doing back to school festivities, I will be doing a giveaway. So if you're interested in entering the giveaway, please stay tuned to my upcoming videos for a chance to enter and win the prize. Details will be discussed in upcoming videos, so stay tuned. I graduated college last year, May 2022. I was in college for 3 years, graduated with my bachelor's in psychology, and I currently work in a clinic with children who have autism. So with that being said, I've gotten many questions about college, and people have been asking me to give them tips and advice. So I have a couple of questions that I will be answering today. So if you're interested, stay tuned. And if I don't answer your questions, please make sure you comment them down below so that I can answer them in the next video. I'm just going to be answering these questions as I see. Okay, so the first question is, how was the transition from high school to college? Now, I can't lie, it was exciting. Okay, it was a bittersweet moment. It was exciting and scary at the same time. I went to school 3 hours away from home, and for me, that was a big deal. I was ready to get up out of here, okay? I got to college, got a job, started working, started making my own money, and then I understood what it meant to have money. The realities of transitioning from high school to college. It doesn't have to be hard. What I can say is be open, learn, put yourself out there, and get out of your comfort zone. Being that you're going to college, more than likely you're going to be living on your own for the very first time. You're going to be at a new location, you're going to be surrounded by people that you don't know, and you're going to be learning new things. What I will say is just be open, be present, be alert, get out of your comfort zone, and honestly, be you. The transition does not have to be as hard as you might think it is. I transitioned from high school to college pretty smoothly, only because I was ready to be independent. I was ready to be on my own. Now, I will say that my parents were there to help me, and it's okay to have help when you're in school, when you're transitioning, whatever the case may be. Now, if you don't have a family that can help you, you always have loans, you have friends, you have different resources at your school, so please make sure that you use them. When I first got to college, I was very stuck on, oh my goodness, I miss my high school friends. I wish that the people I went to high school with were in college with me. Yeah, I quickly got out of the mindset. First of all, I didn't even like the people I went to school with for real, so I don't know why I thought that. Once I got out of that mindset, school was fun. I wasn't worried about people from my past and all the extra stuff. I felt like I was too stuck in the past and not ready for change. But once you just let that go, I promise you, it'll be worth it. Number 2, what should I do when I get on campus? Okay, so my biggest advice to anybody new going to college is to explore your environment. Make sure that you're finding your classes. Make sure that you know which building your class is going to be in, which floor of the building your class is in, which room number your class is in, because that's going to be very detrimental. You don't want your first day to be the day that you're wandering around looking for your classes, and then you're late, you're lost, you're tired, and you're just over everything. You want to know these things ahead of time. Make sure that you look at your syllabus the day before you get to class, because those locations can change and they will get you confused. When I got on campus, I had an FYE class, which was first year something, and all first year students at the school had to take the class. It didn't matter if you were freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. If this was your first year at Georgia Southern University, you had to take this class. So I had that class, right? It said it was in the Cannon building, floor 4, room 7. I did not check the first day of class, so I'm under the assumption that my class is in the Cannon building, floor 4, room 7. I go to Cannon building, floor 4, room 7, and there are no people there. I'm just like, okay, maybe I'm early. Oh snap, I done did my thing, I came here before everybody. No, 3 other people came, and then somebody said, I think we're in the wrong class, the location has changed. I looked at them, I was like, what? I just checked it yesterday and this said we were supposed to be in this building. So we all 4 of us were lost. We checked our syllabus, and the room, the location, the building had completely changed, so we had to go find a class. And when we got there, y'all, we was about 5 minutes late. The class was packed, we was sitting in the back, and it was just all over the place. Save yourself some time, and always check your syllabus. Another thing you should do when you get to college is find out about orgs you can join. You want to be a part of a community that makes you feel safe. There are a lot of orgs that you can join. They have orgs for your major, orgs for your culture, orgs for being a male, orgs for being a woman, orgs for community service. There are literally so many orgs out there. You can find the one that works for you. How was the first day of school? The first day of school for me was pretty smooth. I put on my cute little pink top. I had on some jeans and I had on my little brown sandals. My hair was braided up until it was like a braided ponytail, and it was really cute, right? And I just felt so cute because, you know, I'm popping out to the college scene. First day of school, I'm trying to look good, but I ain't doing too much. And I looked good, okay? I look great, but that's besides the point. Honestly, this probably will be the only free day you ever have in college. This will be the day that you're going over your syllabus, introducing yourself to your teachers, to your classmates, and just going over like what the class entails, what to be prepared for, and things of that nature. First day of school, real easy, straightforward, real simple. You'll probably be in class for no longer than 30 minutes. What classes should I take when I get to school, and what if I don't know my major yet? How would I go about that? I would definitely say, as a freshman, speak to your advisor. Before school starts and all that stuff, you should already have had a meeting, orientation, in which your advisor basically helps you follow the correct path for your major, or if you're still deciding. That's my advice. I'm gonna keep it short and simple. Talk to your advisor. They will help you. That's what they're there for. Next question, choosing classes. What if I don't want to have a class on a Friday? As a freshman, especially your first semester, you don't really have too much of an option because your advisor is going to be the person that's selecting these classes for you, and you want to be doing them yourself. Now, after the first semester of school, you've gotten adjusted to everything, and now it's your turn to pick your classes. I would say choose a schedule that works best for you. Y'all have heard a lot of people say don't choose 8 a.m. classes. They mean it. 8 a.m. from high school and college are two completely different things. You can wake up at 7 o'clock a.m. in the morning ready for high school, full of energy. But when it comes to college, baby, it's a different story. You probably done party, you probably been up studying all day, you just worked a 12-hour shift, you're tired, you just need your rest. That 8 a.m. class is gonna kick your butt. Don't take it unless that's the only option you have. But for me, what I did was just go based off of my preferences. I know that some semesters I had to go to class every day of the week. Some semesters I had classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays only. Some semesters I had classes Monday through Wednesday, Monday through Thursday, and then I didn't have classes on Friday. Go based off of your requirements, the classes that you need, your prereqs, and your core classes. What are office hours? Office hours are times that your professor set aside to help you as a student. So let's say you're in class and y'all are going over a topic, you don't really understand it, but you don't have enough time to ask questions. When class is over, you go to them, you talk about any concerns, any questions, any confusion, anything that you didn't understand, anything that you want more elaborations on. That's basically what office hours are for. You can use those hours to get to know your professor more, to study for tests, to go sit in your professor's office and just talk about school. They're willing to help you as long as you're willing to help yourself. If you need any help, go to your professor. And if you're going to office hours and your professor sees that you're struggling in class and it's like the end of the semester, you have a 79.2, and you've been coming to office hours and they're like, okay, dang, Jay, she's been coming to class, she's been asking questions, she's been coming to my office hours, I see that she truly cares. They will boost your grade up to that 80 to get you that B, to get you that A, just to put you where you need to be. Going to office hours are very, very important. And I can't lie, I wish that's something that I took more advantage of when I was in school. How do I manage time as a college student? Be organized. Be organized, be organized, be organized. My biggest way of being organized is by having calendars. When I was in school, I had 3 different ways of being organized. I had a desk calendar. My desk calendar was specifically for classes, due dates, chapter readings, study exams, literally everything school related. I had a wall calendar, which was for my work schedule basically. So if I was working on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, that will go on my wall. And then I had a planner that I took everywhere basically. And in that planner, I would have any orgs, activities, events, or anything of that nature that I wanted to go be a part of. That's what worked best for me, but you know, to each his own. Everybody has their own way of being organized and dedicating their time to certain things. Now, if you want to be organized, like I said, there's multiple ways to do it. You can do it by calendars, you can do it by planners, you can use your phone, you can be digital, anything that works for you. find it, do what you think works. If it doesn't, try the next thing and find what works best for you. How do you separate work, school, social life, and individual life? Again, this goes back to being organized and having the time management skills. Before freshman year, I never touched my planner a day in my life. I got to college and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to remember everything in my head. I need to write it down. Got me my planner and I wrote it down. If you need to write something down, write it down. Don't be that one person that says, oh, I'm gonna remember it. No, write it down. But after my freshman year, I got the hang of how to plan things, organize, and structure things. I set days aside specifically for school. So Monday through Wednesday, I was making sure that I was finishing my schoolwork, any studying, any reading, any homework assignments, anytime from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I am not the kind of person who wants to be doing schoolwork all day. That's dead to me. I just don't want to be indulged in schoolwork all day. It's just stressful, overwhelming, and that's just too much for me to handle. So Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. those are dedicated time for school specifically. And then Thursday, Friday, those were the times for me to go out, hang out with my friends, go party, go out to events and things of that nature. Remember the purpose you're in school. If your purpose in school is to get your degree, make sure that you're keeping school first. Now, your schedule doesn't have to be the same as mine, but always put school first. Make sure school is a top priority and then everything else follows. Keep yourself within that school priority because you are very important. And if your mental is not there, everything will go downhill. Social life, everything falls after. How do I get involved on campus? Orgs are a great way to be involved on campus. There's always going to be something going on. Being involved on campus can go anywhere from having meetings, hosting events, planning those events, and actually attending those events. If you're in an org, let's say you're part of, I'm gonna use the one that I was part of, for example, African Student Association. I believe we had meetings every other Thursday, and then within the month we would try to organize something for the org to where we could socialize, get to know one another, or just, you know, vibe with each other. Doing stuff like that gets you involved, it gets you introduced to different people, and it helps you make friends. Take this from me. Do not, I repeat, do not try to be a part of every single org because it will be stressful. Do as much as you can. Don't stress yourself out. It's not worth it. Have fun. You don't want to be a part of orgs where you're dreading going to meetings, where you're dreading going to events because you're a part of so much that it's just draining. Don't do that to yourself. Be a part of 3 to 4 orgs, 3 to 5 orgs that you're interested in and go from there. Have fun. Enjoy your experience. What should I focus on? Again, to each its own. If you're going to school to party, hey, you go party every weekend. Do you. If you're going to school for your degree, go to school, focus, make sure that school is your top priority. If you're going to school to be the cutest girl there, do it. Again, do what's best for you. But for me, my advice would be to always keep school as a top priority because that should be the main reason you're there. How to make friends. When you find out, let me know. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna give it to y'all real easy. Go out, put yourself out there, talk to people. Easiest way to make friends. My freshman year of college, I did not make any friends with the exception of 2 because I didn't go out, I didn't put myself out there. I was just a shy little person in my own bubble. I went to school, came back home, class, home, work, home, class, job, home. Literally the same cycle over and over. It was not it. My sophomore year, me and one of my close friends, Jemiah, y'all know her for years, we went out for homecoming weekend, vibing. People was talking to us, we were talking to people, and we was just like, wow, making friends is this easy? All we had to do was go out. And y'all, it was a game changer. Literally go out, talk to people, have fun, experience different things you never experienced before. Put yourself out there. It's so easy to make friends, and as a freshman, everybody there literally is going to be wanting to make friends. That is your time and opportunity to say, hey, I'm so and so, I think you're really pretty, I like your hair, I like the way you dress, here's my Instagram, here's my social media, let's talk, let's hang. Boom, friendship made, just like that. Easy. Is freshman 15 real? Freshman 15 can be very real, but people only say this because you're living on campus. Most colleges require you to live on campus as a freshman. And if you're living on campus, you have a dining hall with, I'm speaking for Georgia, so I'm not sure about other schools. You have unlimited access to your dining hall. So when people say freshman 15, they're just basically saying that you're going to be eating. And that could be the case for some, but when I got to campus, I was like, I'm doing all this talking, I'm gonna lose 15 because ain't no way. But if you're eating all day, of course you're gonna gain weight. So just keep that in mind. I didn't gain freshman 15, I gained senior 15. Look at me. Senior year stressed me out, and I was literally door dashing. I got lazy, I got senioritis, I was over everything, I was stressed. It was just a lot. Take the advice from me. Do not DoorDash, do not Uber Eats, do not do anything like that. It'll take all your money and you will gain weight. Oh, somebody asked about being black at a PWI. Did you experience any racism, discrimination, or anything like that? Personally, no, I did not. I was surrounded by a lot of white people, and that's not something that I was used to. I grew up in a predominantly black community, so I seen a lot more of me than I did them. I'm not saying that I never seen them around, but it was just more me than it was them. When I got to school, I wouldn't necessarily say it made me feel uncomfortable or different, but I was just like, dang, that's interesting. The class dynamic, I will say that it was probably like 2 to 6 black people. Again, we're going to a PWI, predominantly white institution, so things like this is very much on brand. I can say this, when I was a freshman in my FYE class that I talked about earlier, we were assigned a book. I can't remember what the book is. I can't remember what the book was about. Okay, so the author came to our school or whatever, and she had basically a book reading, and she basically went through some of the things that she experienced as being of Latin origin, and of course did not agree with it. Some of them walked out of the book reading. They was mad, they was yelling, they was like, what are you talking about, da 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 da. And some of the freshmen, some of the white freshmen, decided to take it upon themselves to go burn her book on the college campus dorm, and that became a whole thing. It made me feel some kind of way, because I was like, again, I don't remember exactly what she was talking about, but I do remember how I was feeling. I was thinking, wow, these white people and their privilege, they don't actually see what's going on. And because she's speaking on something so true, it offends them, because to me personally, they know. But again, I never experienced anything racial, any discrimination or anything like that. Just to back things up, I hung around people like me. I joined org specifically for Africans. I joined org specifically for Negro women. I joined org specifically for black students, so that I was around myself, I felt comfortable, and I felt at home. That's a great thing to do. Self-care advice: being happy, saying no, and anytime. Happiness comes from within, for sure. Do things that make you happy. If going shopping makes you happy, do that, but don't become so happy to the point where you're spending all of your money. Do it with intent, okay? As a college student, you want to make sure that you're saving all your money, because baby, you need it. You really do. Hang out with your friends. If hanging out with your friends is what makes you happy, do that. Listen to music. If listening to music is, you know, a way to get you out of your mind, do that. If going out makes you happy, do that. And one thing to keep in mind is you do not need anybody else to have a great time. Have fun with yourself, because you can't always depend on people. You're in college, you have your own schedule, you have your own timing. Everybody's timing may not align with yours. You're gonna find those times where you're alone. Do things that make you happy. It's not as scary as you think. Go out to eat on your own. I remember my freshman year, me and my best friend Jemiah, I was very nervous to go out and eat by myself, but she was on campus at times that I wasn't, I was on campus at times that she wasn't, and I couldn't come starve myself. So one day I just went out to go eat on my own. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like, other people do it. Why was I so nervous? We all eating. It's not that serious. I ate my food, left, and it became a habit for me. I was not afraid to do things on my own anymore. Let's talk about roommates. For freshmen, again, you're required to stay on campus. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to know who your roommate is. You're going to be assigned a person based off of a questionnaire that you do, turning things that you like versus dislikes. For example, the questionnaire for that dorm might ask you, do you like pets? Are you okay with having pets in your dorm? Do you like smoking? Are you a loud person? What time do you like to wake up? What time do you like to go to sleep? Do you like hanging out with people? Do you like people in your space? Things of that nature. And just based off of how you answer them questions is how they're going to pair you with your roommate. Now, of course, some people are going to lie on their surveys, like my roommate. My freshman year roommate. Take it with a grain of salt. If you have the resources to live on your own, I would definitely say do that. But if not, it's okay. Take that chance, have a roommate. What I would say is, of course you want to be friends with your roommate. Of course you want that to be like your buddy, since y'all will be living together. But everybody does not want good intentions for you. Everybody does not love you the way you think they love you. So just be very careful. You can have a good roommate experience and you can have a bad roommate experience. I had a not so great freshman experience. It wasn't the worst, but I just wish it could have been avoided completely. Should I date in college? How do I answer this? A part of me wants to say yes, a part of me wants to say no. I will say my strong intuition right now is to say no. First of all, don't go into college with a boyfriend. Realistically speaking, it's not gonna work. Don't beat me up. Don't beat me up. It's just not gonna work. It's not. You're going to be exposed to a whole different set of people, and those people might catch your attention. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of good looking people out there. We're in a college town. Everybody is in close proximity to one another. It's so easy to cheat. It's so easy to lie. It's so easy to mislead people, and that's one of the reasons why I also say no, don't try to be a friend in college. Don't be in a relationship in college. People are liars. People are cheaters. People, again, don't have good intentions. They don't care for you. They're just trying to end it. Girl, it's college. People go there to live their fantasy. Y'all know what they say, the college experience is the best experience. So people are going there to see how many people they can sleep with, see how many people they can kiss, see how many people they can date. People think it's a game. It's just a whole lot of stuff that I can get into that I'm not. But my advice to you would be no. Now, why I say I could say yes and no is because my current boyfriend, I met him in school. But if you want to date, I'm gonna say don't do it in like your first 2 years of college. Do it maybe your last 2 years or your senior year, because in your senior year, that's when you're going to be more serious and more intentional about dating. Freshmen, people in college, they don't care. They're not really too much into the dating. They just want to say, yeah, I got hoes. Yeah, I'm messing with so and so. Oh yeah, she this, she that, he this, and all that. And also, people in college talk. News gets around fast. You do one thing with somebody, the whole school is gonna know. Lastly, parties and social life. So being on a college campus, there's always gonna be something going on, always. And if there's not, you can make something going on. You can hang out with your friends. You and your friends can do something. But there's always gonna be something going on. There's always gonna be a party. There's always gonna be an event. There's always gonna be a friend throwing a kickback. There's always going to be something. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that people like me have a harder time enjoying themselves on campus or at school because we don't really have no space to go party, so it makes it really hard. I was the kind of person where I had my priorities in checks. I was the kind of person who could party and still make it to class the next day because school was a priority for me. Like I said, I knew what I was going to school for. I know that I'm going to school for education. School was always first. So if I didn't finish my work, I was not going out. But parties, they're fun. For me, I had a great time. I know a lot of people like college parties ain't this, they ain't that. You must not have been going to the right one. Because me, baby, I had a great time. I went out, I wouldn't say every weekend, but maybe like 3 weekends every month. And throughout the week, like I would be going to school events or org events that was being hosted. Sometimes it was parties throughout the week. Went to parties, made sure to still go to class because again, smart girl first, party girl later. Y'all know parties consist of drugs and liquor. They will be there. Indulge in what you want. All I'm gonna say is be safe, okay? Just know I had a great time. I knew how to party and I knew how to wake up and go to class. Set your priorities straight. What are parties like? Parties are what you make them. Now, if you're the kind of person to go out and you're just standing on the wall like, oh, this party is so lame, duh. What are you doing? Standing on the wall talking about the party being lame and you're not even doing anything. If you go to a party, don't try to feel like you're too cool. Step up, dance, drink, talk to people, hey, get lit. That's what you're there for, not to be, no man, this shit lame for, I ain't never come to a party. What? That doesn't make sense to me. If you go out, make the out time the best time, because once you're back in that school mode and you're focusing on your work, you're gonna be stressed. And just think back to that party like, oh shit, I had a great time at that party. Let me go ahead and finish the work so I can go back outside, you know? No, but seriously, have fun when you go out, but also be careful. Again, people do not have your best interest at heart, so just be very careful when you go out. Make sure that you always cover up your drinks. If you have an open lid, open container, and you put it down, don't pick it up, just go get you a new drink. If you do drugs and that's your thing, be careful who you take drugs from. You cannot trust everybody. Some people will lace you, and that's just the reality of college. Parties are fun, but they can also be scary. But me, baby, I had a great time. I mean, looking back at it, I was outside a lot more than I thought. Like I was in school, I was used to think, dang, I never went outside, I never had a good time. But boy, I had a time last night, okay? Like I had a great time when I was in school. So my advice to you, if you didn't take away anything from this video, my main advice to you would be to step outside of your comfort zone, stay organized, be on top of your education, and find happiness within yourself no matter what you do. That's pretty much all the questions that I got. If you have any other questions that you would like to know or anything that I did not answer, please just let me know down below. And also, if you're interested in entering my giveaway, please stay tuned for my upcoming videos to know how you can enter and win. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.